My friends, welcome to this episode of the Outdoor Gear Review. I hope you all are doing well. This episode marks the beginning of a new series where I review companies. In each episode, I'm going to review a different company that I've had experience with. I'm going to share my thoughts about their products, the good, the bad. I'm going to share with you whether or not I would personally purchase their own products or stay away from the company. Additionally, I'm going to share with you all feedback that I've received from you all. Over the last 10 years of having this YouTube channel, I've received a ton of feedback about companies. And that takes us over to the first episode, where we are talking about MSR. MSR stands for Mountain Safety Research. And this is a company that produces tents, stoves, cookware, trekking poles, snowshoes, water filters, and so on. To go over some history concerning this company, it began in 1969 as a newsletter that covered mountaineering safety. In 1973, the MSR Model 9 camp stove was launched. In 1981, MSR was purchased by, check this out, REI. In 2000, MSR was combined with Edgeworks, who was a manufacturer of tents for Moss, Walrus, and Armadillo. Those brands were dissolved and everything went under the MSR label. In 2001, the company was sold to Cascade Designs. Cascade Designs is a major player in the outdoor space. They own Thermarest, Platypus, Seal Line, Pack Towel, and so on. And now that we've gone over some brief history concerning this company, let's talk about my thoughts and experiences concerning their products. Without a doubt, I'm no stranger to this company. I have purchased many of their products. I have stoves, cookware, I have tents. And to be honest, my thoughts concerning this company are mixed. For every good product, there's a product that fails in some way. There's some sort of issue. And it does boil down to a quality control aspect. Just because their products are purchased at a premium price doesn't always mean you're going to get a premium product, unfortunately. Talking about the issues that I've personally had with their products, for an example, this tent here, this is the Zoic, and it leaked like absolute mad. The company introduced a technology called Extreme Shield, which supposedly was like waterproof. It didn't require the tent to be seam taped, but the thing is, it was a complete failure. It did not work. The tent leaked like mad. It was a big issue for the company and has left a bad taste in the mouth of outdoorsmen, outdoorswomen, even to this day. When it comes to their stoves, the performance is inconsistent from model to model. For an example, the Pocket Rocket 1, fantastic stove. The Pocket Rocket 2, not very good. I've had issues there. With the Pocket Rocket Deluxe, I've had reliability issues as well. Next, folks, this needs to be mentioned. This is very important. When it comes to the emails that I've received, emails that are going over complaints, issues, problems, MSR holds the record by a massive margin. I've received more negative complaints about MSR products than any other company. Over the last 10 years, just about every message that I've received about this company is negative. These emails involve problems concerning those products, and oftentimes there's problems with getting these issues resolved with the company themselves. I've heard of issues with leaking tents, poor customer service, warranty issues. I've heard of tents falling apart, like in absolute pieces. And with that, everyone, I want to share with you all an email that I received about this company and an issue that this guy was having. The thing is, this is not a unique case. I've heard this over and over and over again. So this individual had an issue. I believe it was a tent that was leaking. This individual states that he emailed the company 4 times and did not get a response from MSR. He called the warranty department. They promised to send out some seam sealer to fix his tent. It never showed up. After a few weeks, he contacted MSR through their Facebook page, through the messenger or whatever. They promised that they would send out the seam sealer. It didn't arrive. He contacted them again weeks later. Guess what? They said they would send it, but it didn't arrive. He contacted them again, a 3rd time on Facebook, and finally he did receive the seam sealer. And that was the solution to the issue that he was having. I don't remember specifically if it was part of the Extreme Shield of tents that leaked so much that I've already spoken about. No matter what, the company's solution was, here's some seam sealer, just go over it yourself. And all of that comes from one person. Here's another one. This guy says, I too have owned and used many MSR products over the last 40 years, and I held them in a very high regard, but not so much anymore. Their snowshoes, the tents, the footprints, the service, the issues that I've had, the issues that he's heard about from other users. This individual will no longer purchase MSR products because of all of the problems. It wasn't that long ago we heard from a viewer who had purchased an MSR tent. I believe it was the Hubba Bubba, but I could be wrong. Anyway, the tent was less than 1 year old and it began falling apart. And the company told him basically that was the lifespan of the tent, that he had used it to the point where the warranty didn't matter, where he wasn't covered, and that these shelters aren't designed to last longer than that. Again, everyone, over the last 10 years of being on YouTube, I've heard these complaints over and over and over again. Factor in the complaints from you all. factor in my own experiences with their products. My review of this company is this. If you're going to purchase an MSR product, it needs to be from a source where you can return the product if there's an issue. You have to keep in mind with MSR, their products are premium when it comes to cost, when it comes to price. So if you have an issue, you need to be protected. Luckily, there are some retailers that will allow basically for an unlimited return period. If you're going to purchase, for an example, a high dollar tent, that's what I would recommend for you to do. Purchase it from a source where you can return the tent if you need to. Because of the feedback that I've received from you all over the years, I'm not sure if you can count on the MSR warranty. So far in this episode, everything that I've stated concerning MSR has been extremely negative. While I do have to share the bad with you all, there is always a flip side. The company can make excellent products. The thing is, it seems to be a hit and miss when it comes to their quality control. I don't want to make this episode sound like I'm hating on this company. I'm simply sharing with you all my experiences and the feedback that I've received from you all. Check this out, talking about the good. This morning, just a few hours ago, I did a poll on my channel. This has only been going for about 2 hours, so there's not many entries here. There's only about 600. But I asked, what do you all think about MSR and their products? Do you trust their quality? 83% said yes. 17% said no. I mean, that does tell you something. MSR still has a good reputation. Tanner says he definitely trusts them. They make quality stuff. Ian says that he's had a lot of troubles over the years with MSR water filters, and they refused to admit that it was their fault and tried to blame him. He says he will never support the company again. Neiman says they sold tents that they knew that leaked and continued to leave them out on the market. That is true. They did. Those are a few of the responses that I've received so far. And again, this poll just started, but it does show an alternative opinion, an alternative view of MSR as a whole. Based upon everything that you all have heard so far, make sure to comment down below and share your thoughts, share your experiences. This channel is not just about my voice, but our voices combined. If you have a good experience with MSR, share it. If you have a bad experience, share it. If you had an issue with the product and had to contact their warranty department, how did it work out? Those are all aspects that I'm interested in hearing about. So make sure to share down below, share with the community, share with those who may be considering an MSR product who are watching this episode. And with that, I'm done. This is the very first episode of, what am I calling this? Outdoor Company Spotlight and Review. Maybe you all can come up with something a little bit more catchy. If you can, shoot me an email. I really would appreciate it. That is MSR. We've gone over some history, my experiences, my caution concerning this company. So folks, hit the like button before you go. It does help the channel. If you want to support the channel, you can do so on Patreon, on YouTube. You can also check out the merch store. It helps a lot. Everyone, be well, take care, strength and honor. On to the next. Oh, by the way, make sure to comment down below what company should we focus on next. Until next time, take care.